What is up, good people? Welcome back to the channel. Time for another music review. Take Clark Music, Tate's Garage. As always, before we get into it, like, subscribe, comment below. Let's get a conversation going about like-minded music-minded individuals. Hit that Patreon page, hit the link below for the Etsy shop. You know the drill. Today we're going to talk about Chris Janson's album All In. Now, before you get panicked, don't think that I have turned into a top 40 country fan. I dig through a crap ton of music, and I do tend to stay away from top 40 radio, country radio. I can't stand it. I just can't. But this particular album, there's a few songs on here that really struck me. One song I'll talk about that sucked me into the album, so I gave the album a listen, and I thought that I'd give you my comments on it. So Chris Janson. This album was released April 29th of 2022. Now, Chris Janson is the Buy Me a Boat guy, if you've ever heard that song. He's originally from Missouri, I think it was, I read. I first got turned on to his music. He opened a Garth Brooks show that I saw. And it was just him. It was kind of cool. It was him. He had a kick drum with a kick pedal, bass drum pedal, and a guitar, a harmonica. And he handled the crowd very, very well. This was at Bridgestone Arena. I can't remember if this was the first or the second time. I think it was the second time that I had seen Garth Brooks. The first time he had one of his backup singers open, which I think is traditionally what he does. But on this point, Chris Janson opened the show. Kick-ass job. Not that I went out and got his music, but he gained my respect for getting up there with just him, a kick drum and a guitar, and owning the crowd the way that he did. So this album is his, what I can see, fourth studio album. It is the follow-up to the 2019 Real Friends. Like I said, released April the 29th of 2022. It runs 16 songs in 53 minutes and 26 seconds. Now, some of this is that Nashville top 40 stuff that I just can't. I can't do it. I don't know why I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's not that they're not real musicians. It's not that they can't sing, perform right, or whatever. But to me, some of that stuff just has no soul. But this guy, like I said, he has a little bit of soul. So what are my top songs off the album? I'll give you my top three. I really had to give you a top four on this. Three is a tie, just because there's a couple of really good cuts on this that he co-wrote with people. So I respect him for that. At least he's not just picking songs. Most of the Nashville stuff is just a brand. People would pick songs for them. They record them, whatever. It's cool that he had a hand in the songwriting. That kind of shows real talent from an artist. That's just obviously my opinion. There are a reason that these guys are famous, and I'm sitting in my dining room talking to my iPhone. Anyways, number three is a tie. There's two songs I would say are a tie. One is the number 13 song, and it's called Things You Can't Live Without, and it features Travis Tritt, which is really cool. And I looked it up. Chris Janson wrote it with a couple people, and David Lee Murphy is one of them. David Lee Murphy is a great songwriter. That's the dust in the bottle guy, but he's a really phenomenal songwriter. Travis Tritt's voice is as strong and as powerful as ever on this cut. It is the number 13 song, runs 3 minutes 25 seconds, and it's a good feel good romp kind of song, akin to the 90s era of country music. Tied with that for number 3 is called Bye Mom. Bye Mom is the number 6 song, and it runs 4 minutes, and it is it's kind of what every boy says to their mom throughout their life, and it just pulls on the heartstrings. It's a soulful song. It's really worth the listen. If you give this a spin, you gotta listen to that track. So Bye Mom is number 6 on the album and runs 4 minutes flat. It tells a great story. So there's that. Number 2, since those two tied for 3, so number 2 is Flag on the Wall. It is the number 10 song, runs 3 minutes 20 seconds. This is a non-Nashville establishment type song, not toward the establishment, but this is a real song, like a Hank Jr. kind of suck it song. And I like what it says. I think Eric Church wrote this from what I read, but I just enjoy the lyrical content of this jam. So Flag on the Wall, the number 10 song on the album, 3 minutes 20 seconds. It is my number 2 song. Now, my number 1 song on this album that I feel is the baddest jam on the album is what sucked me into this album, because I was thumbing through my Apple Music new releases that it compiles based on my listening history, which is very broad, and it updates every Friday, and this song happened to be in there, and it's called You, Me, and the River, featuring Eric Church. And it is your basic standard come home from work, find my woman cheating, I put her body in the river song. But the hook in the chorus got me. Hey buddy, ain't that Mississippi muddy? The phrasing of it, the overall delivery of the song, the grittiness of it, the power of him and Eric Church. I could see this being a surprise top 40 country radio song. 1, because of the presence of Eric Church, but 2, just the melodic power of the song. So it is the number 4 song, runs 3 minutes 56 seconds. And this is the song that drugged me into the album. Like I said at the top of this, I tend to stay away from the top 40 country cats. But, all due respect to Chris Janson, this is a pleasant album. I did skip a few songs just for my ear. As soon as they started, it sounded like the Nashville shit. But it's a personal thing for me. Give the album a listen. Give it a chance. Comment below what you think. Let me know what your favorite songs are. Let me know how you feel about the Nashville establishment. But anyways, You, Me, and the River is my number 1 song. I give this album 3.5 jams out of 5. It's not something that I would go to every day. Even though You, Me, and the River is enjoyable, it's just not my bag. So there you go. Stay safe out there. Stay safe on the old interweb. And remember that music is love, and love is music. Until next time.